my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're old and you've not subscribed and you just watch my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. This vlog is about a trip I took to Badagry on the 7th of July with Waka Waka Tours. Yeah, so look them up on Instagram. They're really nice, and it was a great trip. It was a very fun trip. I met so many fun people. We had a lot to talk about. We came as strangers and we left as friends, and it was really nice. So first of all, the first place we visited was the Heritage Museum. It's located in Badagry, and I believe that this should be the first point of reference for anybody visiting Nigeria for the first time.
Together and singing, jumping in peace. Samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka Africa, samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka Africa, samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka I think you'd rather come and be with us. This moment you must never leave behind. Africa sings under one umbrella. Africa dances and jumps together. Nigeria, Nigeria. I think you'd rather be nowhere else. Come make yourself beautiful memories. Samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka Africa, samurera waka Nigeria, samurera.
It was interesting to look at, but it was horrible. It was horrible to think that a human being went through that. So after the Heritage Museum, we actually went to the first story building in Nigeria, which was actually built, and it was actually erected in 1845. And so as at today, it stands to be 173 years old. I read somewhere in the news, I don't know where, I read that. I'm not sure where, but I read somewhere in the news that there's actually controversy about this building. And Hausa people, that Northerners, are saying they had other story buildings before this building was erected. But who am I to argue with that? I wasn't born then. If they say this is the first story building, it's the first story building.
Samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka Africa, samurera waka Nigeria, samurera waka Africa.
So after that, I went to the most annoying place of that day, palace, or the home of Oba Sheriki Williams. And he was one person that was involved in the slave trade, even though he was very much Nigerian. Well, I don't know why I'm angry, as if it was me they did it to. This wall on his house, and they showed so many places, so many things they traded for human beings, human lives. First of all, I saw an umbrella. They give 40 slaves for an umbrella, 40 human lives for an umbrella. Oh well, back then we didn't know now. So let's just admit our mistakes and move on. He died and they buried him. Another interesting part is that he was married to a 120 128 wives. Yikes! Married to 128 wives and had 144 kids. That's a lot for one human being. Okay, what are you looking for in life? But anyways, that's it for Oba Shariki Williams. Moving on. Then we also went to the slave ports in Badagry, the point where they used to transport slaves from Nigeria to other parts of the world, or maybe Europe or US or wherever. Now the slave ports, yeah, it was fun to be there. One thing, there was a boat ride. You know I like water. So there was a boat ride and it was nice. Well, I think they overloaded the boat, so I didn't necessarily like that, but it was okay. Then at the other end of the river, we actually saw a man that was so good at crafting. I enjoyed watching him do his work. He was really nice, and he allowed me video him and video his work. Well, everybody tries to sell market, but he actually allowed me do a lot of videoing on him and do a lot of filmmaking on him, and I was really glad about it. And I actually got this coconut purse from there. And one thing I believe in is that wherever you go, I believe you should collect something. I believe you should actually take something to remind you of that trip. So I took this coconut purse, and I hope I rocked it to church one day. My friend said it looks like juju, but me, I like it. I don't know what she said, and I believe it fits this outfit I'm even putting on. So if I'm ever going to the beach or somewhere very coconutty, I'll be sure to take this. Ha! So apart from this, I think he does calabash bags. He does a lot of crafts, just craft work, even woven bags, very fine, cute bags for girls, for boys. I'm sorry, I don't think I saw anything for boys, but you can take this coconut bag with you too. Okay, I'll leave that aside. I'm sorry, I don't think I saw anything for boys. We had to take the longest walk I've ever done in my life. My goodness, that was a very long walk. Come prepared. Please don't wear makeup like me. I stupidly wore makeup from the beginning or more. I cleaned it. Please don't wear makeup. In the name of God, don't wear makeup. We actually took a very long walk to the point of no return, and that was where slaves would be walking with chains on their hands, on their legs, on their necks, and I'm like, gosh, are you even for real? Like, human beings went through this. So they take that walk towards the Atlantic Ocean. On the way to the point of no return, we actually saw a slave spirit well, or I think that's what it's called. Yeah, a slave spirit well. The tour guide actually told us that when they drink from that well, they forget all their sorrows, they forget their past, they forget everything they're going through. I don't think it worked. Nobody can forget that kind of thing. We can't forget being treated like slaves. No, nobody forgets that. Then we actually got to the point of no return, and at the point of no return, there were these two pillars where the slaves had to go through to get to the Atlantic Ocean, and from there they're taken to different parts of the world. And that was the end of the tour. But going through that tour actually brought back a lot of resentment for white people. I don't think I should actually feel that way because it's in the past. It's been a long time, over 100 years. For man, it's not your business. But it should be a first point of reference for everybody visiting Nigeria. It should be a first point of reference for you.